So, as if all the other matches on Extreme Rules weren't matches on Extreme Rules, this is an Extreme Rules match. The biggest fucking complaint I could have about the whole match. It's stupid as hell. I've said it 1,000 times. I hate it. Let's go to the match itself, though. Randy Orton against Big Show. Meh. That's kind of all I can say about it.
I thought it was all right. It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
I wasn't a huge fan of it.
I didn't spot with the ladder. I didn't think they were going to pull out a ladder.
It puts me to bed.
I thought they did a decent job. Just a decent little brawl. Nothing great, but it kept me entertained throughout.
It's an autopilot match.
It's one of those. It's like Extreme Rules itself seemed to be up, with the exception of the Shield matches. Everyone just seemed to be on autopilot. This is one of those matches that you could have easily seen on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's not the type of match you want people to pay you good money.
So I think Orton was at least somewhat passionate about it since he was in his hometown. He seemed highly energetic.
Yeah, he played up the crowd, but I mean, that was it. And I wasn't excited to see Orton in my, I don't do the whole hometown thing anyway. And even if he was from, my section of New Jersey or something like that, I wouldn't be like, I'm going to root for you because you're from around my area. Like,
yeah, a lot of people are like that, though. So
yeah. I'll never understand it, but
well, it's because
there's no home team.
Yeah, it's because like you said it yourself. You're from the Jersey area. Who do you have to root for? Like, oh man, Stevie Richards, man, it's gonna be awesome.
Well, even when it comes to like sports and stuff, like everybody in my area, they go with the Philadelphia teams and everything. They're like the biggest teams in the area are the Phillies and the Eagles and the Flyers and all that. And I'm like, why can't somebody like Detroit or Chicago or why do they have to be you are in this area, you must like this thing, like
well, no, you don't have to. It's just that's what people do. I mean, there's people here in New York who are Boston Red Sox fans, who are Florida Marlins fans, who are Green Bay Packers fans. I mean, there's all types around here. It's not all Yankee fans.
Yeah, there's people.
And there's Yankee fans everywhere.
United fans. Hey, you got one New Yorker who's a Manchester United fan, Brandon.
He's not the only one. I know a number of Manchester United fans.
Exactly. So, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be a home team.
Well, I mean, for a lot of people in the crowd, that was like the excitement. It seemed. Randy Orton's here. He's from St. Louis and all that.
Well, Randy Orton's someone they can get behind.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, like that's something that never plays into a factor. So to me, there was, even if Orton was from my area, I would have still watched this match and been like, I was disappointed in it. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have given me any more thrill.
Mm.
So there's no little home team.
It's only significant when it's a big match, like when Shawn Michaels was in the Royal Rumble match at San Antonio, or like when Jeff Hardy was going for the world title in his hometown in North Carolina.
Well, what do you guys think about the match from your perspectives?
I thought it was good from beginning to end. They like pulling out the ladder. I wouldn't have expected them to use a ladder at all in the match. Like I thought that spot was really good. Orton, pulling out the punt, I thought was surprising. I actually enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. I didn't find it boring like I thought I was going to. And I didn't really think it was going to be boring. I thought this was something they were going to use to kick off the show. So I don't have anything really negative to say. It wasn't anything great or spectacular. It was just good, basically. It was a good match all in all.
Yeah, for me, it should have been a Raw SmackDown match. It wasn't anything special, and seeing what these two are actually capable of, it was kind of pathetic.
It got them on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go to call it a Raw or SmackDown match. I mean, there's two big names that I would consider it a big deal whenever they fight each other. But
exactly,
for me personally, they're two of the most boring guys in the company, and that's just me personally. There's a lot of big Randy Orton fans, and I'm sure Big Show fans too. But for Mike Payton,
I don't think there's really too much else to talk about in this match. Nothing really happened. I mean, they had that typical thing where he gives him an RKO on a chair, and I just don't know how the hell that's supposed to hurt Big Show more.
There's a chair involved, that's why.
Because wrestling.
Yeah, because wrestling is the best possible explanation for it. I was surprised that the punt came out of nowhere, but I wasn't really impressed. So, coming up next, we're going to talk WWE Championship, last man standing match between John Cena and Ryback.